Hi there, it's Hector Vasquez, Peak Performance Sales Trainer, and I'm coming to talk to you about something that is very important if you're trying to take your business or your career to that next level of world class, and that is the 3 steps to double your sales. And you know, over the last 19 years, I've had the privilege of selling millions of dollars worth of products and services, and over the last couple of years, I've gone on to empower other entrepreneurs and small businesses to practice and to begin to do the same. And so what I want you to really listen to right now is how to really apply this into your business so that you can start getting some phenomenal results. And so the very first step to double your sales is to fall in love with your customer, not your product or service. And you know, a lot of people think that sales is about just talking. And the reality is that a lot of sales is listening. And so when you take the time to go through your Yelp reviews, to start really listening to what your customers want and what their desires are, what their needs are, then you begin to really find out what's going on inside their minds, right? What's inside their hearts? What really makes you so different to them? And even maybe some of the things that they completely hate about you. But the point is that listening is so important. And you can't do that if you have such a big ego of why your product or service is the best in the world. And I get that, you know. You want to feel like there's a sense of pride towards it, but never lose it at the cost of your customer. Fall in love with your customer first, because that's always going to help you innovate and help you find that distinctive edge that you really need. And so the more you do that, the more you apply that, then the more you can really stay relevant, the more you can really stay in sight of what it is that's most important to your customer. Second step that you need is to create an experience, not a transaction. You know, at the very end of the day, you're dealing with human beings, and people don't buy off of logic. You know, it's great that you might have, you know, all these million things that make you way better than your competitor, but at the end of the day, that really gets squashed by human connection. And so if you give people an experience where you connect with them at a human level, because at the very end of the day, guys, guess what? A lot of the things that you value, they value as well. So sometimes if you just take the time to talk about something else that has nothing to do with the product or service, they embrace you better. You make a connection. You have a bridge that you built with that person. And that facilitates for the transaction to occur. But if you're just looking at people as just a number, then you just are not going to create a lasting business. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be very difficult to sustain that business. Which really leads me to the third point, which is to lead your tribe. It's all about loyalty. You know, we live in an over-communicated society. People are still trying to use the old gimmicks, the old tactics to try to get your attention, but a lot of us have turned off from that. You know, we see so much garbage now online, we see it on TV, that it's just like whatever. You know, we just don't even want to deal with it. And so the only way you're really going to connect deeper with your customer and have that loyalty from them is to get them to talk more about you, to get them to sell with you. And so how do you create a tribe? Well, you can do it online. A lot of people are using social media, Facebook groups to do this. A lot of people too are creating events. You know, I've personally done that in my business. And it's amazing. It's amazing the opportunities that you get to really serve people and to get them to find common ground with other people that want to share more about what you're doing and even things that they're doing, right? And how they identify themselves with your brand in their lives. And that's where it becomes powerful, because they'll grab that and then they'll go out to the marketplace, they'll go out to their friends, to their families, to the workplace, and they'll share about how amazing you are. They'll share about how great your product and your service is. They'll share about it. And that is the best way. That is the best way to get around an over-communicated society. And so I promise you, if you just start to implement these 3 simple steps, you fall in love with your customer more than your product or service. You create an experience, not a transaction. You lead your tribe to create loyalty. Those 3 simple steps can double your sales in 30 days, 90 days. It happens. It just happens like magic when you begin to do it. And you know, it really depends on you, because you can take this information and say, oh, wait, this is great, and do nothing with it. But there's no power in doing nothing. All the magic begins when you begin to implement, you begin to execute this into your way of doing business. So I really want to encourage you, I want to inspire you today to go out there, implement this, and I promise you, you will double your sales. Until then, it's Hector. Believe in you and shine brightly.